What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks back with our daily Tesla and Nio update video where we take a look at both Tesla and Nio stocks and how they traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think these stocks could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Tesla or Nio are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So I'm based out of Dallas real quick, and wanted to just say that we've had some crazy weather this week. That's the reason why I wasn't able to upload regularly for the past few days, and it's still going on right now in case I don't upload for the rest of the week, but I will upload when I can, and I appreciate you guys understanding and kind of knowing that I am not doing it because I don't want to, but it's because I can't. So that being said, let me hit record. We will get right into it. So let's do Tesla first, then we'll do Nio. So Tesla with a little bit of a green day, right? $1.93 on the day, 0.24% if we compare that to the major indexes. The Nasdaq was then about 0.58%. The Dow Jones was actually up slightly whenever it loads. There we go. 102 points, and then the S&P was up 0.02%, about 9 cents on the day. So compared to that, Tesla did beat the S&P as well as the Nasdaq, so not too bad of a day. So let's take a look at Tesla and how it was doing today. So first things first, I really quickly wanted to cover some news. Cathie Wood said that her confidence is growing in Tesla today, and ARK Invest has been adding to Tesla position. So they're saying that she is continuing to buy shares of Tesla, and they're talking about the potential of breaking into the ride-sharing business. And currently, it makes up more than 8.5% of the ARK Innovation ETF. So something to keep in mind, right? ARK and Cathie Woods is something that a lot of people have been following. So the fact that she believes in Tesla is a really big deal, in my opinion. Now let's take a look at this daily chart here. Or let's take a look at today's chart here. Yesterday we closed near the 795, started fading in the after hours, and had a pretty nasty looking fall right at the beginning of the day. Where we fell below, our 775 level, bounced at 762, pushed up, took a little bit to get through our level, and then went all the way up to 789, and then came right back down. This time we bounced off VWAP here once, bounced off of our level a couple of times, but then we broke below it. And after we broke below it, we went down to the 767s, not as low as the 762 from the time before. And then we started to push up again, had a little trouble breaking this, right? Went up, came below, went up again. And then it was really a really nice run for Tesla, going from kind of the 780s all the way to almost hitting 800 before kind of backing up a little bit. So close to close, slightly green on the day. If you count in the after hours, we are a little red on the day, but still not a bad day for Tesla at all. So what are we looking at for Tesla here? So obviously it's had a crazy run after the S&P inclusion announcement, but we are seeing a little bit of a pullback, right? So a couple weeks ago, we were looking at this breakout. We got that. We went from the 830s to the 900 mark. We've been consolidating since. Started to make another bull pennant potentially. Clearly that is now broken. So let's not focus on this anymore. Let's take a look at future levels of support, future levels of resistance, see if we can maybe get an indication of where it's headed. So first things first, we are now above the 34 EMA, right at it actually in the after hours. We're at 794.30, and that's at 794.38. So something to keep in mind. That's, I think, our first level of support, assuming we stay above that. If not, I think our next level of support is the 775 level, and then we've got the low of today in the 760s before we drop to the 749. So that's what I'm looking at on the downside, you guys. Again, that would be the 34 EMA 794, 775 level, today's low at 762, and then the 749 level. On the upside, the clear kind of thing we have to break through right now, the clear level, is that 800 level that we got rejected from today, got pretty close. And then we have a run up to kind of the high of yesterday, which is 821, at which point we'll have taken over the 8 and the 21 EMA, and then a push towards 829. So again, need to first of all stay above the 34 EMA 794s, push towards 800. Once we can break 800, yesterday's high 821, and then this 829 level. Again, you know, Kathy's trust in Tesla is a little bit reassuring, but at the same time, you know, a little bit of a pullback was due for Tesla, so it's not really scary that it's falling. The key here is when it starts to really turn around, which today we did get a nice bounce right off of, this is what I want to point out, the 50-day moving average. So if we go back here, Tesla rarely has fallen below this. You see it bounce off of it a couple times, as it does back here in early and late September. Did dip below it for a little bit end of October, but pretty much since the run started after the S&P inclusion, you know, we haven't really seen that. So we are right at this level. It's really crucial we hold this 761. As you can see, our low today was 762, and that is at 761.26. So we're talking a 70-80 cent difference. So again, really crucial for us to hold this 50 EMA if we go down, and then hopefully make a push towards 800. So again, 760s is the main point that I'm looking out for, because we need to bounce off that 50 moving average if we go down. But more than that, I'm looking for a break of the 800s, hopefully, or maybe we trade between the 775 and the 800 for a little bit before starting to break the 800. But I think that 800 break is going to be the next crucial point for us. So that's what I'm looking at on the Tesla stock. On NIO, let's take a look at how that traded today. So again, with NIO, it's a little bit of a different story. We are down a little on the day, $1.91, 3.22%, a little bit more in the after hours. We compared that to the indexes, so clearly very, very weak compared to the major indexes there. So let's take a look at the daily price action movements and what we see there, and then we'll take a look at, actually, let's take a look at a little piece of news first. So this article here talks about, you know, Nio Stock, although it's not really doing anything, what the expectations of it are in the future, you know, in the future as it starts to grow, right? So we talk about this all the time, but it soared from 5 to 60, so it's been absolutely crazy. It's stronger than ever, but what they talk a little bit more about is, you know, what they have in terms of deliveries, right? 7,000 deliveries. They're talking about, you know, receiving a buy rating from a couple different analysts after they announced their earnings. They're talking about a 352% year-over-year increase in deliveries, which, yes, they don't produce that many vehicles, so it's easier to do, but still great growth numbers, right? And what they're talking about here is, hey, if you're looking for a strong EV play, NIO is the best bet right now. Valuation is definitely high, but they do have long-term kind of potential. I've talked about this multiple times. Their battery as a service, their battery swapping stations, you know, the cars, the sedan that they're planning on releasing, the growth numbers that they have in China, all that good stuff, right? So what we have is, you know, that to look forward to, which is why I continue to be bullish on NIO and continue to hold my shares. But if we take a look at the stock today, it tells a little bit of a different story, right? So yesterday we closed in the 59s. Right out of the gate, we bounced off of our 56.60s level, pushed up, couldn't quite make it to the 58.45, and then dropped again below our 56.69 level this time. 55.90 was the bounce, pushed up, rejected, came down, broke through, came right back down to this level, and then we pushed up, bounced off VWAP, and then pushed up into the close. Things that I didn't like, obviously, were red on the day, the nasty fall, breaking of this level. What I do like, though, is this recovery in the second half of the day, which made it not as red of a day. Now, the reason I am not super worried about this drop just yet is, as some of you guys know, we're looking for this bull pennant that's forming here. So we didn't go below this line, right? Which is why I'm not super worried about this just yet. As long as it continues trading within this bull pennant, I'm totally fine with it going up or going down, because I'm eventually hoping for that breakout at the end of this, right? So I'm going to draw this out just a little bit more, just to give us an indication of whether we are forming within the bull pennant or not, and then we'll kind of see how it goes, right? So let's talk about future levels of support, future levels of resistance. So On the downside, what do we have? We have the 56.69 that we bounced off of today. We've got the 34 EMA 56.40s, and then we've got this line coming in the high 55s, right? So those are kind of the three levels that I'm looking for to see a bounce on. Again, that's 56.70s, 56.40s, and then the high 55s. If, however, we break below the bull pennant line here, we could fall to the mid 54s as well. And that would not be good news for the stock, because we're breaking out of the bull pennant again. But if we do see that 54 is the next level. On the upside, looking for a break of the 21 EMA 58.19s, 58.44s, and then the 8 EMA at 59.07, right? So very, very close to each other, but I think that break of the 8 EMA would be great for the stock, and we can kind of establish that as a little bit of a base before starting to move up, right? But really push towards 58.44, push towards 60, hopefully breaking 60, but along the way, capturing the 21 EMA 58.19s and the 8 EMA 59.07s. So that's what I'm looking at, guys, with Nio Stock. Again, the main thing is that we trade between the 63 and the high 55s, right? That $8 range, slowly getting to a little bit of consolidation. Remember that we have earnings coming up in about 2 weeks, so we could see a little bit of run into earnings as well, maybe a break of the bull pennant. But in that case, watch out for kind of the 63 level, as a break of that could mean the start of the breakout. So overall, not a bad trading day for Tesla, with the nice recovery. A little bit of a red day for Nio, but again, not worried because of kind of what we see here. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you are new. Comment down below what your thoughts on Tesla and Nio are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.